Yeah, thank you, everyone. And once again, you're welcome to the automation class. This is more like the concluding part of the whole um training so far. However, after this training, we're still going to probably embark on other UAT application, other tests that is more complex, yeah, than this one we're working on. Yeah, we last the last time we met, we discussed about, creating and uploading the page object and updating rather the page object class. Probably before that, I was able to explain what the locator is, what are web element and web driver. This is just like a recap for those of you that were here and those of you that were not here, so that you'll be able to understand. I make use of, the human anatomy as an example to explain what locators are. That, like, if someone is going for a surgery, you take we have different, doctors. We have the dentists, the opticians, the gynecologists and the likes. So they are like the different types of locators, using human being as an example to explain these. And I also make use of the web element. I make use of the major organs or part of the body has the web element. From what we have on the slide there, that web element are the building blocks of a web page. Take your web page as you, as a as human being, and take the different organs of the body as what, as the web element. Let's take, for example, okay, let me use this example that for the doctor that attend to teeth specifically is what, is a dentist, isn't it? For the
Yes.
hive is either is it optician, am I right? Are
For
you
teeth is
with me?
dentist.
I know for teeth, I know that one. Go and find out about that. All right. Yeah, so, and I was able to explain the different types of locator. And don't forget the fact that we also talk about what a driver is. Remember, we said that driver is what enables you to perform action in a browser, isn't it? For example, when you click on a button, when you enter text, when you navigate, navigating when you move from one part of page to another page, you understand? When you scroll up and down a page. So WebDriver is the one that what enables to perform such action. And don't forget the fact that if you hear me talking about Selenium WebDriver, either Selenium WebDriver or WebDriver is still I'm still referring to the same thing. However, based on different browser, then we can talk about the WebDriver, applicable to them. For example, if I'm referring to Chrome browser, then I should be talking about the WebDriver called what? Chrome driver. And there you have the link to download that. For the Firefox, we refer to the Selenium WebDriver there as what? Gecko driver. Why? For Edge, Microsoft Edge, Edge driver. Then for Safari, for those of you using, Mac product, iOS, Apple product, you talk about what Safari what driver. And don't forget the fact that most of all these driver, by the time you go to your Nugget packages, in case you want to install them part of their dependencies, then you add it as part of your Nugget packages. For the purpose of these, simple project we work, I said we'll be making use of the word out of Chrome, isn't it? Don't forget that in your base, in your hooks, in your base tests, we are able to make use of just the Chrome driver. I say, however, as a tester, there's what we call cross browsing, cross browsing testing, that you can make, you can carry out your automation on the all the different browser, which is very important. We will look at that, subsequently by the time we move on, in the not in this particular project, but probably working on another um functionalities or AUT application on that test. Yes, I'm used to saying that you guys should get what's it called, your notebook ready. Then we kickstart, because I might be saying some technical word which you need to jot down. Then you make it a research by yourself. Yeah, these are the types of locator. Yeah, we're able to look at these. Last time we met, we talked about the ID, and I can remember in the practical section we've tried to use the locator ID, but unfortunately we couldn't use that. And that's why I said as a tester, it's important for us to understand and know how to apply the different types of indicators. We have the ID being the one other indicator. We have the name, the class name, the tag name, the link text, partial link text, then CSX selector, followed by Professor what? Professor Expert. Are you with me?
Yes.
I hope you're not in the Honda room. Yeah, this is just like a pictorial, illustration on how to create a class. Yeah, this is where in case you want to label your class like a login page, registration page, and the likes, then this is like the default of how a class looks like or interface. Okay, this is to explain to us how to carry out, when you want to inspect for the web element that is present in that particular page. I believe we're able to do this. And if you could remember vividly, I said once you inspect, then you either select by ID or by any of those indicators. From what you see on the screen, you can see that of the name, which is the locator, then the ID. If you cannot find these, however, you can see that like class. If you want to check that of CSS selector and expert, what do? You further right click. Do you understand? Then this is what you want to check for CSS selector, which is also copy selector. Then the other one is export. I could remember vividly, I gave an assignment that you guys should know the difference between expert and full expert. Okay. Yep. Don't forget, after you've copied your web element using the locator, you still need to click on what? Control F on your key. Why are we clicking? So that we'll be able to know that if that particular element is the specific one we are supposed to select. If you can look at this diagram, you can see you have username one of two. Automatically, it shows that there are two web elements bearing what? That having that name hashtag username. However, as a tester, we have to be very specific of that particular element that we are inspecting, the one we are calling in action, which is supposed to be what? One of one. Is very, very important. That is what I'm talking about. You can see that the one highlighted in orange, is it orange or yellow color? You can see that by the time you look at it, we have it as one on one. However, the locator we use here is expert. It's very easy to identify an expert. Yes, if we are you, another thing I'm going to do is that remember it says there's something about when we're working on this last week whereby we are using ID, it was giving us one of 14, one of 20 something. Please, aesthetic this in your notebook. There's what we call this how you can customize your CSS selector, and there's also how you can customize your selector, your expert. Please note that it's very important. However, I said it is important walk through you guys through this particular what's it called section rather than telling you how to use a plugin, because there's a plugin you can use called selector, or it will help you to generate to locate those locators, and you'll be able to use it directly, but it's not advisable for those learning, you understand. But taking you through this method, you will appreciate it. So later when you can definitely install the plugin and continue to use. But it is important as a tester to know this method, because you might at work you might not be allowed to use that external plugin called Selector Hub. Some are like, okay, do it. So when you know how to customize these, you really appreciate that. Are you with me? Wow, I can now smile now. But somebody understand the reason why I'm smiling. All right. Yeah. And remember in our class, it's just like a recap. We also talk about the four important things that we needed to do. The first one is that we initialize our web driver. The second thing is that we write, you write out a constructor. A constructor. Yeah, yeah. I could remember somebody asked me the difference between okay, I think I should be the one that has the difference between a constructor and a method, isn't it? Yeah, I think that shouldn't be a problem now. So you write a constructor, then you assign a driver in the base state. That is what is happening in that line 12 to 15. Then the third thing you do is to declare the object using the appropriate by clause and locator. What is the object? The username is the object. And what is the locator? The expert. Do you understand
Yes.
why the number four is the last thing you do is to write out the test method to perform the action, which is just an example. We have there you write out a method. The method has the identifier, the public void, the return type, that is void. Then student enters username, then blah blah blah, then driver dot find element. You understand? Those are the words. These are the action. The action is very simple. Remember vividly, I explained line 23 with a very simple English language. Just very simple. That's why I love automation. Oh, you are like, oh, driver, help me to find an element. And what is that element of where you have the username? Then what do? You now send keys. Is that not what is happening? Which is very simple. Don't worry, if you use that method, you will definitely remember, you won't forget. Like, oh, driver, go and find because what does an Uber driver do? He's going to find the location where you are traveling to, isn't it? Using his Google. Like, driver, find an element. And what's the name of that particular object? Oh, username. Remember line 18. You declare your object by using the what? The by clause and the locator, isn't it? All right. Okay, that is that about that. Oh, okay. I think this is like a tautology. I further explained that line too, that you assign base tests of driver to driver in the constructor to ensure that the driver instance is shared across the test. Okay. Then the third one, object declaration, declare the objects in appropriate. I think this is the tautology of what I've just explained now. The method 4, write out the test method to perform the action. All right. Good, 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 good. So, okay, this is the more explanation on what I've just explained. Now, this evening, we'll be updating the step definition class. Remember, we have, generated the step. Who can tell us where we generated the step definition from?
From the feature file.
God bless. Yeah, we generated the step definition from the future file. And now we need to do what? We need to update our step definition class. Congratulations to some people over there in Benin. All right. So, can someone volunteer so that we now continue from where we stop? A quick one. Let me just explain to you guys, for those of you probably jotting or writing. In updating the step definition is very simple. We just need to just perform 3 tasks. What are those tasks? You declare your driver and your hooks. That is the first task. Then the second task is that you create an instance of the page object class. Somebody's asking me, what do you mean by that? You understand? That means we instantiate our page object uh, in the step definition. That means it's more like, let me use a simple English, means you will link your page object into your step definition. That's the third one. I think that's the second one. Why the third step is that we now call our page object test method. Let me go back again. Maybe somebody will. This is the page object test method. Line 20, line 21 to 24. Page object test method to step definition. Don't worry. I'll be emphasizing on. Can you see my screen right? Oh, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is what I said. The third point is that we'll be calling our page object test method. This is a test method. Line 21 is a test method. Is that not a method? Student enter username. You understand? So we'll be calling that into our step definition. Let me repeat myself. The first thing is that, okay, we declare our driver and hooks. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is that we create an instance of the page object class, which means that we instantiate the page object. I'm using some technical language. I'm talking about create an instance of page object class. Yeah, when you are being asked, how do you create an instance? We are going to look at that, which is the same thing as when you instantiate your page object. Look at the word I'm using, that's English, those technical word, instantiate, create an instance. I think the difference between instantiate and instance, one is verb, the other one is probably now. I don't know.
No.
I'm not a grammarian, but you understand what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Then the third one is that we call. I'm talking about calling this page object, calling line 21, the page object test method into the step definition. Very simple. You see what I'm talking about? Yes, if you are ready, share your screen. Let me stop sharing. Any questions so far? PSG.
And it's a bill of sale or ownership history.
All right. Can you maximize these?
Right over there on the
Sorry, who's sharing? Who's sharing?
I'm the one sharing.
Oh, Professor Noah. Mr. Larry, could you please just mute yourself? Hearing at the background. All right. Good. Any questions so far with the page object? All right. Do you mind to scroll up a little bit so that I can see if you are done with the page objects? Yeah, scroll down. Is it down or up? Whichever one. Oh, we've even done the assertion, isn't it? I'm talking about line 44.
Yes, we did that the last time.
All right, so what we're going to do this evening is just very simple. Now let's go back to your step definition, So I will be asking you a question. Let's go to our step definition.
Me or all of us?
Any one of you. So what's the first thing I said we are going to do in our step definition?
You update our step definitions.
I know you update it, but what's the first thing? I explained 3 things.
Declare your driver and hooks.
Yeah, so you are with me. So how do we declare our driver and hook? So let's go there. Line 8. Click enter. So you guys should be able to now to declare your driver. How do you initialize your driver? Try, let me see if you can still remember.
Driver, 𝐖𝐈𝐓 driver.
Yeah, you are right, but you can still make it the public.
Oh, public, sorry.
No, you are right. You know the reason why we put the public. Remember, we've used that same 𝐖𝐈𝐓 driver in page objects, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember, we started using it where at the base test where we declare it public.
Yeah.
Public. So what we are trying to say in essence is that public means that we can use it anywhere in any class. That is why in your page object we also use it as was 𝐖𝐈𝐓 driver. In a situation whereby probably my base test I've written it as private 𝐖𝐈𝐓 driver, I won't be able to use it here.
Yeah.
Do you understand now the difference between public and private? Just like using public transport, transport or public transport. Let me put it that way. When something is private, that is your private car, isn't it? All right, you understand. So yeah, declare your driver, 𝐖𝐈𝐓 driver. Ada, are you with me? Annette, are you with me?
Yes.
Madam Florence Ojo, are you with me? Wait, this name looks familiar. Okay. Yeah, so what you're going to do is that remove what's it called? The semicolon. Just remove that. We can do this thing in 2 ways. The first one is remove the semicolon. Create no space, yes.
Space.
Yes. Equal to base test does driver, semicolon. We are not solving mathematics here anyway. We are not solving simultaneous equation. Dot driver, semicolon. So what we've done is that we've done the first part of it, which is to do what? To declare your driver and your hook. That's what we've just done here. Okay. However, in a situation whereby I don't want to do it this way, I might only declare the driver. Then where you have line 9, I might decide to put colon. Mr. Larry, do you mind to just mute yourself, please?
Colon where?
But anyway, I said there are 2 methods. You can either do it this way, or in your line 9, you just put colon, then you just write your base test.
After these definitions.
Don't worry, don't get yourself confused. Just don't worry. Let's continue. I don't want to
Okay.
get confused. I'm only trying to explain other ways of doing things. But click your enter. So we have done the first one, isn't it? So what's the second thing we're supposed to do? Yeah, check your note.
Create an instance of your page object
Object class. So how do we create an instance of the page object class? All right, so what you need to do is that very simple. We go to your page object, that is your login page. Login page. Scroll up. Ah, this man, what is really happening? All right, so copy the way the login page is being written in line 11. Good. So go back to your page, your step definition rather. So paste it.
On line 12.
Yes. So then space equal to new, just type new space, then space again, then paste what you copy again, paste, repeat it again. Then open and close bracket, semicolon. Semicolon at the end. Then you're going to do something you are not done yet. Okay. If you want, okay, okay. Since we are recording, it's good for me to show you guys two ways of doing things. So that you can also recall and like, okay, since it's recorded, then in your same line 12, in between the login page and that equal to, yeah, then space, paste again, paste that login page again. So what you're now going to do is that change the uppercase to lowercase.
Of the L.
Yes, exactly. Is that lowercase?
Yes.
To avoid confusion, you can put underscore in front of it. Though it's
Yes.
not compulsory, just so that some people will not get confused. Put on you exactly. So you can see that line 12.
Mm-hmm.
By that way, where you have that 12 itself, you can see a bulb, just that Nigerian bulb.
Mm.
Click on it. What do you know? Just click on it once. You can see that is the using. So click on the first one. Just click on the first one. So do you notice what was there?
You
Remember
stop
what I
crying.
said? It stopped. Apart from that, you can see what happens in line 5.
Line 5.
Exactly.
Oh.
Remember I said, if you are creating an instance of the page object.
Mm.
Are you getting it now? So that is what
Yes.
we've done. Or this line, this simple line 13. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
I can do it in another way. So, just comment out line 13. So let me show you, let me show you another thing, how you can do that. To create an instance, what you need to do is that move out of line, okay, go to line 12. After that semicolon in line 12. So since we are recording, so somebody will understand it better. But it's like a long method of doing it. Click enter. Okay. So to create an instance of the page object, remember you copy that login page, didn't you? So paste it again. Space. Then paste it again and change the lowercase to the uppercase to what's it called? To lowercase. Then put semicolon in front at the end of it. Then click enter again. Yes. So what you're going to do is that you need to create a constructor of that particular class, of the step definition class. You know how to write the constructor. Remember, I told you guys how to do it. You see,
Yes.
remember? Okay.
Yes.
What is it? Good. You're a brilliant student too. So that login, the one with the lower case that you have in line 13. So you write it there. Write it in line 16. No, the one with the lower case. So at the end of that one, equal to at the end where you have at the end good in front, okay, equal to
Space equal to.
yes. Space again, new login page, the one with the uppercase L. Then open and close bracket semicolon. Let me explain something. Okay. Do you know that line 13 to 17 is what, if you look at it critically, line 13 to 17 is what I've reduced to a single line of code called line 18. Just check it out. What you have in your line 13 up to line 17, you can see how it has taken space. I've just compressed everything to a single code. That is what you have in your line 18.
Okay. But you commented it out now.
You've forgotten what I told you. I initially I explained line 18 to you guys. I said, okay, since we are recording, so that somebody will understand other method of instantiating the page objects.
Yes, that's true.
So this, like, if I want to take your idea, I'm supposed to take you through this long method, but you're like, this code is too much. What are we doing? But in the long run, we are able to compress everything to form that line, what? 18. Do you understand? So
Yes.
whichever one you like, if you want us to continue, fine. If you want to uncomment that line 18, then you comment out line 13 to 17. It's the same thing. It's a recording section, so you can leave it and let's continue.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you want to do? Should we use is it the same thing? Should we use like that of line 18, or we should use the one of line 13 to 17? Okay, no, that not to get you confused again. Line 13, since we're using underscore, put underscore in that one that has the lower, what's it called? The lower case for L. In your line 13, yeah, put underscore too. Then in your line 16, you can see that one too crying. Put underscore. Somebody might want to ask me, why am I doing that? It's not compulsory. If you don't put underscore, it will work. If you put underscore, but for people that have good eye, that might not be able to distinguish between lowercase and uppercase. So that's why I'm just doing it. All right, so should we continue?
Yes.
All right, if you notice in your line 22, study that line 22. We'll be writing something similar to that, but if you go back to your step definition that given I am on the login page, even without going to your step definition, that is what you are having your line 19. Given I am on the login page, remember that thing has answered itself in the base test. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Let's go back to your base test so that somebody will not get confused here. Given I am on the login page is the same thing as what you have in your line 19. Yes or no?
Yes.
That means you have navigated to to that login page.
Login page.
Yeah, ideally we wrote it here. Normally, there are some people that just feel like they might just copy this line 19 instead of it to be here. They might paste it in that step definition. That is still the same thing, still going to work. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
But ideally, I love everything to be in your base test. So let's go back to our step definition. We're almost done. I'm almost done, guys. So you can delete line 22. That means that line 22 is of no use, because we have already carried out that particular, let me say, step, which is in your base, isn't it? So I might decide to leave that place empty. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you know you have question, ask questions so that you don't get confused. In the absence of none, let's proceed. So scroll up a little bit. We are going to the next method, which is when I enter a valid username as blah 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 blah. Just delete line 28.
I delete line 34 too.
Yeah, delete. In fact, you're a good student and you're a good tester. So delete those ones. We don't need all those ones. Yeah, scroll down and delete the other one.
But this one was a slave before he became free.
Yeah.
Hit you in the head with a hammer, throw your ass down.
Yeah. Delete that one. So scroll up. So sorry, you have the control, isn't it? Noah, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it possible to help me to mute Mr. Larry? It's really disturbing.
Yeah, I've muted him.
He has unmuted himself again. All right, can we proceed? Okay, let's continue from line 22. Can we proceed?
Yes, please.
All right, so what's the third step or the last step?
I didn't finish right. Link your page objects into your step definitions.
So that's the only one you can copy among all those grammar I've said. What I what I said is that you call
the page object method into the step definition.
Exactly, that was what I said. You call the page object test method into the step definition. Say this man, that simple English I used was one that I was able to remember.
Sorry, let me write it again. I didn't finish writing it. That's why. Call your your page objects.
Test method. I explained that in test method many times when I was sharing my screen.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was, I'm just saying it often now into your step definition. All right, so how do we do that? Remember, into your step definition. So what we need to do is, so that lower, where you have that underscore login page, so put it in line 22, exactly.
Copy it and put it in line 22.
Yes.
Okay.
You see how this thing is very, not everything, though. I said that underscore login page only. Put it in line 22. Yes, click. Remember, this particular, hold on. No. Line 28 rather. Remember I said that line 22 will be, it will be empty since we've executed that one. Do you understand?
Yes.
Dot. Click on dot. What do you notice? The answer is there already now.
Driver.
And it's not, driver is not the answer.
I clicked on dot. I didn't notice anything.
So you cannot see something like enter valid username immediately after the third one. Do you know why it's giving you that answer, that alternative? Let me explain why it's giving you the alternative so that you don't get confused. Remember the next step. Go back to your step definition. Your feature file. Wait, who asked you to do this one?
I just did it now. I was working with it. You gave us as an assignment now to do invalid login, so I just wrote the scenario.
Okay, I'm less concerned about that one. Oh, hope you have not. Anyway, it has not. Anyway, I'll assume I did not see that your line 15 to.
Can I just delete it?
No. Don't delete it. It's good. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. You work on it. Let me explain what I'm doing, then you work on it. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand what I'm doing, then you continue. That is good. It's good. I'm not criticizing what you've done. Remember I said line 9, we've executed that, isn't it?
Yes.
Then line 10 is what we are doing now. When I enter a valid username as this, so go back to your step definition. That is what we are doing. So we are, we are trying to write out implement the logic. That is your line 28, isn't it?
Yes.
You can as well see that in line 25. When I enter a valid username as blah, 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 isn't it? So remember, when we are dealing with this particular username feed, under the page object, go back to your page object. So what is that method? Is that not line 26?
Yes.
So line 26 is your test method. Remember, you said you are going to do what? You call your page object test method. Inside where?
Your step definition.
That means I'm copying line 26, your method in line 26, which is the enter valid username, into where?
Into your step definition.
So go back to step definition, or you can say copy that. You can see the name is even enter valid username, isn't it?
Yes.
You either copy it or go back to your step definition. step definition. Even without copying, go back to your step definition. That's why immediately you click on that dot, it automatically brought out that option for you, thinking, the system knows what you had intention of doing. So delete that dot and put it again. You can see that it has brought the option for that is the what? Exactly. Enter valid username. Even whether you select it or you paste it, there's still the same thing.
Okay.
Do you understand the beauty of it? So open and close brackets. Another thing is that don't forget that is a string. Remember we had coded it, so you're going to write student. Remember what you have in line 26, string student. So you put the student there. Then at the end you put your what? Semicolon. Very simple. So repeat the same thing for line what? 34.
34 or 33? 34, yes, 34.
34. So it will be underscore login page.
Small capital, big capital. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one beauty about that. I love what's it called? Visual Studio. It knows what you want to do. Remember that the other one will be what? The other test method will be what?
Will be enter password, valid password.
Don't assume. Go back to your page object and check what you've written there. Don't forget how we did that. That was your line 31.
31.
Enter valid password. You either copy it or immediately you click on dot, it will suggest that drop down for you. So go back to your step definition. Can you see? You see it there. Exactly. Open and close bracket. At the end, put semicolon. Put your semicolon first. So then the string. Also, what's the value for the string? Password.
Password 1, 2, 3.
So you put it there. So that it will stop crying. I did not ask you to write string. Look at you. You are doing mistake. Check what you have in your line 28. I could have allowed you to write it and asked you that you should compare.
Password.
Not ordinary password, but password 1, 2, 3. It has even suggested that for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
As I said, this last step is very simple. Scroll down again. What's the next one? So that one will be when I click the submit button, isn't it? Continue the same method again. Underscore login page, exactly, to bring it out. Dot. Then go and find it. So you know that is it. How do you know that is the answer?
User click on submit button.
But it is good to check because in a situation whereby you are working on many features, it will bring out the list, but it is good you check. You understand?
Yes.
But check. Let us not assume. What if you are working on many pages? I'm not asking you to delete it now. I just ask you to check. How do you check?
Want to check now?
Go to your page object. Where do you need to check? You check at your page object. Scroll down. User click
submit button.
User click on submit button. That your on supposed to be in uppercase O. User click on submit buttons. So all right, continue now.
So I should go back to my step definitions, right?
Definitely now. What do you do? He's crying. Do you know Hello, let me just explain one thing to you again.
Mm.
Remove that, what's it called? Semicolon. Caillou. Do you know that he's crying? Isn't it? For you to know that he's crying, you can see that at the bottom, you can see one. How will I even describe
This
it?
one.
Exactly. That is telling you that there's an error.
Okay.
That is one error. It has listed that error. If you want to know the error, down after that output, you see error list. Down, move down, move down. No, 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 no. Yes, you can see output. Beside it is error list. Click on it. You can see that it's complaining, the first one. And the beauty of it is that it's telling you where the error is. The error is in, look at towards the left, the right-hand side. It's telling you that line what? Towards the right-hand side, line what? Come on. You are there already now.
11.
It's not 11.
40.
Come on, how is it 11? So what I getting it now? It has described telling you that this is what is expected. Description. You say, what do you know what I'm talking about? At your left-hand side, just look at it. This is something you can
Yes.
see. Forget about that triangle. I'm talking about that.
This one.
Exactly. That is the error. Ignore the
He's
triangle.
saying that he expects a semicolon.
Exactly. And in case that is one beauty of automation, in case you see any error, then
Okay.
it's telling you that, okay, where is the error coming out from? That is that line 40 that you can see at your what? At your line. In fact, there are sensitive information is telling you there. One is expecting a semicolon. Two is telling you that that project in question is your rec and roll project 3, isn't it? Then the location is under your login functionality step definition.
Yes.
Do you understand now?
Yes. And it's on
And
line 40.
Exactly, very simple. So that's how to interpret, sometimes you see complaining. So go to your line 40 and correct it. All right, so continue. We're done with that, isn't it? So what's the last one, which is your assertion? Don't forget to save.
Assertion.
Hello, guys, can you hear me? They are not here. Okay.
Where are they?
I don't know, since they're not responding. So continue.
So they are observing that day.
Remember that your then is your assertion, isn't it?
Yes. So we'll go to the.
Before you even continue, why not continue with that step that we started with initially? This, what's it called, underscore login page and blah, blah, blah. Do that first.
Okay. Dots. So successful login message.
Remember, I gave you a warning. Don't delete it. That you should always check.
I'm gone there.
I didn't ask you to delete it because you can have so many methods. I get it now. It's better you check and close. Oh, this is what you are doing next, which is line 42. Good.
Successful login message.
Dot. That's all, isn't it? Okay, then what do you do at the end? All right. So we have not remember this line 41. If you should check your what's it called, your page objects, that's where we have the assertion, isn't it?
Yes.
And the return type is what? Is a string.
String.
All right. So we are going to put the assertion in your step definition. So go back to your step definition. So we will not end that one like that. So the question now is that we have different type of assertion. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
So there's what we call, since we are using n unit, isn't it? You know, when we started with product, we use n unit, isn't it?
Yes, we're using the n unit.
We use n unit. So there's what we call fluent assertion. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so there's what we call fluent assertion. There's also n unit, you know, what's it called? Assertion.
Okay.
All right. Okay. If you what I personally like using is that I like using fluent assertion. Are you getting it now?
Yeah, is there any particular reason you like that one?
Probably because they are all simple, but you know, I can use any, but from if I'm let me just give an example of the two assertions. Then you now understand why I said I prefer one to the other one. Maybe because one is more simple. I know, you know, there's no any reason. Okay, for example, if I want to use the first one, which is a fluent assertion, maybe because of the way I'm used to teaching people, because that one is like simple English language. So instead of me to end my line 46 like that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will remove that semicolon. Then I will now put dot contains. There are different ways of, you see contains there. Scroll down. Scroll down. A, B, C, go up to C. Contains. You know even. Okay. Then I will now open and close bracket. Remember, then quote. Yes. Then remember when we are doing this assertion, where you know when we did the successful login, we are able to see some text. Do you remember?
Yes.
Aha. So I want you to go back and do the what's it called, the
I should go back to the AUT, right?
yes, exactly. And let's do the normal test. That's the student name up there for you. Okay, you can even see there. Yeah, which one did we even inspected that day? I think that is the login successful was the one we inspected, right?
Yeah, we inspected the yes.
That text log. Okay, so what you're going to do so you copy that logged in successfully. Just copy it exactly. No, that one exactly. Have you copied it?
This very one, right?
Yes. Are you
Yes,
sure that was the one? So if that was the one what's it called? So you now go to your step definition. So paste it in that place in line 46 where you have that thing dancing. Good. At the end, put your semicolon. That is one assertion.
Okay.
Go back to your page object first. Let me see something. If it is not crying, it's not good. So go back again. So that is one of the fluent assertion. And I can as well. Let me see. Okay, that is one, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me try another assertion for you. Let me see if it is going to work. Copy that same line 46 where you have login page dot successful message up to before you start with contains.
There's a dot before the content. Should I copy the dot too?
Don't copy the dot before the contain.
Yeah.
I want to use should be true. Will that one work? Let me see if this particular assertion is going to work. Okay, after line 46, create another line. Paste it. Then dot should be, no, should. Let me see if it's going to work. Should SH, just type SH. Normal should. English language. SHOU, blah, 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 blah. You know, uppercase S, please. Should. Put it in full should. Is it not the...
Not there.
Wait. Okay, let's just see. We put open and close. Yeah, in front of it. Open and close. Let me see if it's on. Then dot. Should is not there. Wait. Where we should. I did not even should be true. Type it be true. Let me see.
Should be true.
Yes.
Capital letter B.
Yeah. Be true. True. Open and close bracket 7:2. It has been long I've used this type of assertion. Let me see if it's going to work. Put over on that should. Let me see.
String does not contain
String does not contain
for should.
String. Go to your line 45. Open that close. Open and close. That open and close bracket. Wait. Do you know what you're going to do? Let me to comment out line 46 since we are trying to do something else. Yeah, comment it out since I'm trying to explain another assertion. Line 44, where we have that open and close brackets, type string. Since it's a string space, then put PO. Let me see. Or text. Remove the PO, just put text. Let me see. Over on that with string does not contain should not accessible. To be honest, it's been long I've used this type of assertion. That one that has should be true of a thing. Okay, delete those ones. Delete those one.
The text, the string text.
Yeah, delete it. So delete that line 47. It's been ages I've used that type of assertion. I don't want to disturb myself. All right, so the first one that you commented out in line 46 is your, what did I call it again? Fluent assertion. For any unit assertion. Wait to. For any unit assertion, then that's when we'll be using. Let me give you one simple one. Okay. Copy that underscore login page successfully dot. You should understand what I'm talking about.
You copy with underscore.
That underscore login page dot successful login message line 46. Up to where you have your dot before that contain.
Okay. With the comment out also.
Not the comment out now. You should know what I'm talking about.
46 is 46. Login.
Start from underscore. If you are confused, I will just send it here. Exactly, that's what I asked you to copy. What I'm trying to do here is to explain to you guys a different type of assertion.
Yes.
I said, since we make use of n unit here, we'll be using n unit assertion or fluent assertion. The first one I had in line 46 is your fluent assertion. So I'll show you how to write your n unit assertion. So line 47, please. Paste it there. Remember, that is how you used to do it. Are you with me now? Before to assertion, that's why I asked you to copy it like this. Good. So what I will now do is put another open and close bracket again. That means you before that underscore you put one bracket. Then after that last bracket, put another bracket. Let me make it more simpler like that. Good. Then at the back of put your semicolon. Okay. So at the beginning of that line, now write assert dot.
Beginning of the line.
Yes, where you have your cursor there. Assert. Capital letter A. Assert dot. It will give you different option. Throw down, let me see. It is not failing. It is true. Assad dot, throw down. Hold on. Let me see. It's okay. Let's see if you have it's true. Because it is true, isn't it? Throw down. MONEOP. As round that is true. Exactly. Choose that one. Then over, let me see what is really happening. Why is it bringing this? Oh, cannot convert string to pool. Do you understand what is there now?
No, I don't.
Remember the assertion that we had there, it was a string, isn't it?
Yes.
So we cannot use that is true because it is not Boolean.
What is
Only
Boolean?
Boolean, it means given two conditions, is either true or false.
Okay.
Mind you, what we are doing is not issue of true or false.
It's true.
Wait, the assertion we are doing here is not, it's not like Boolean means true or false. But the assertion we are doing here does not have anything to do with true or false because the assertion we are doing here is about a text.
Okay.
If we have something like an image is displayed, that one you can now say true or false.
False.
But here is just a text, so we cannot be saying true or false. I don't know if you understand what that particular assertion 48 is telling us.
Yes.
That is because go to your log, what's it called, your page object, where we have the return string, your return. Yeah, exactly. Remember the return identifier there is a string. Remember, we used to write public void, public void. If it were Boolean, that string will be changed to bool.
Oh, okay.
Where you have that string in line 42 will be changed to bool. But since we are returning a string as text, so we cannot use that particular assert that is telling us is true. You can only use that one for Boolean. That is why it is complaining. Go back to your step definition. Do you understand? So that is why we cannot use assert dot is true, or you cannot even use it are equal. You cannot, because that means for comparison. You can say something is true or either true or false is comparison, isn't it?
Yes.
So we cannot use that particular one. So delete that is true. But I've just explained to you guys, if it were Boolean, that could have worked. Cancel that dot. Let me see if there's anything we can use.
It has stopped crying.
It will not. Click on dot. Who told you it has stopped crying?
It has stopped crying.
Click the on. Remove that dot and click on. I want to try to explain something about you. Dot. Immediately you click that dot, it will give you different options. These are different ways of using a unit assertion. Either is true or less than or is equal. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Let's see, are equal. There are different ways. So I will just advise you guys. You can go to what's it called? What do they call it? W3 school.
3 schools.
Yeah, it will explain all this type of assertion. And anyways, don't let us waste most time. So you can delete line 48 and just uncomment line 47 so that we continue with our automation. With time, if there's any assertion that involves the use of Boolean, then we'll be able to use that. But at least I've just explained to you how to use it. All right. Okay. And in case you want us to probably, anyway, remember I've explained to you guys last time we met about different ways you can use assertion. You can assert using the URL. Hope you have not forgotten. We said, Anyway, I don't know. Okay, now we are done. Save, clean, and build. So what we are going to do next, since we are done with every of those steps, with the step definition, clean, build, then what we will now do next is to run our test if it's going to pass or fail.
That's when you're building.
All right, now we need to run our test. So how do you run your test? Look,
Test.
yeah, you're right. Click
Test
on it.
Explorer.
Test Explorer, absolutely. In case you can also dock it. You can dock it at either your right hand side or left hand side. Where do you want to dock it? Do you understand the name of that word, dock?
No, I don't.
What I mean is that instead of you going through clicking test, why not have it the same way you have your solution explorer, that you just have it,
On
on
one side.
On one side. So that's the meaning of dock. So let me teach you how to do that.
Should I
So
cancel this one?
there's no point. Don't cancel it. You need it.
Okay.
Let me ask you, where do you want? Okay, let's do. I love docking it at the right hand side.
Yeah.
So move it towards your solution explorer as if you want to make it to overlap. So you will see a cross. Remember, you're the one sharing your screen. I might not see it. Let me just explain to you so that you understand.
Okay.
By the time take your mouse on top of that solution explorer, you see some faint black line, gray line in front of it.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, good. Just let me explain before
Okay.
you do it. What you will do is that you will drag it as if you know the way you drag. You drag it and move it towards that you know where the solution explorer is, like on my
Yes.
right hand side.
Yes.
By the time you move it toward that solution explorer, something like a cross, not the one that we are celebrating this week, will appear. Then you now release it towards the right hand part of that cross.
Okay.
All right, do it now. Move it.
I moved it.
It's not moving. I did not see anything though.
It's moving now.
So that's why I said I might not see.
Oh,
because
I've seen the cross.
Because you are the one sharing your screen. So
The cross is just in the center.
Don't ignore the one in the center. You move towards that solution explorer to your left hand side. Another one will appear there.
So, nothing is appearing now. Okay, yes, I've seen it now. So should I put it on
that same cross on the left hand side? Just put it there, then you release it, then you remove your hand from your mouse. It will dock.
On the left hand side.
Oh, you didn't get it.
Should I take it back?
Take it up again. Put it as if you want to make it to overlap that solution explorer. Okay, drag it as if you are putting it on top of the solution explorer. I might not see it, but just do it.
I'm seeing it now.
It hasn't dock. Hold on.
It has docked now.
Yes.
Well, I noticed what you said I should do.
Yeah. And with that
advantage. When you took it up, it now changed color.
I don't know. That's why I said, that is one I said, just listen, because you are the one sharing your screen. So everything you are doing, I might tell you the fact that we are not seeing it, but you'll be the only one. So that's why I said you should just listen for me to explain.
Okay.
So the good thing is that since you're able to do it successfully, let me teach you one method so that next time you won't keep struggling again.
Okay.
Now you have your system, you have your, what's it called? Your page. I don't want to use the word page. You have your framework like this. As a tester, maybe you mistakenly delete some things like your text, or you mistakenly rearrange this thing. So let me just show you a method that you're able to save these templates permanently.
Okay.
Go to your window. You can see where you have window. Where is it?
I've clicked on it.
Who is referring to this window?
Which window again? Oh, I've seen the window, yes.
Click on the window, guys. Okay. Click on save window layout. Yeah, this particular layout. So you can name it Noah's layout. Yeah, name it, give it your name. Noah's layout. Then you click on OK. Click on OK. All right. So do you know the meaning of this?
No.
It means that, for example, you might, we are trying something practical. You can, let me say, cancel that test explorer and everything you have there in your page. Cancel it. Maybe you mistakenly cancel that. Maybe cancel that same explorer, solution explorer too. Yeah, in case probably you mistakenly cancel it like this and you want to like, instead of you struggling to dock it, just go back to your window.
Yeah.
Then you can see where you have apply window layout.
Yes. Oh, I've seen
You
it.
can then click on that.
Are you sure you want to apply the layout?
Yes, it will automatically reset. Right, okay. Why are you scared? Click OK. Do you understand the beauty now?
Yes.
Yo, wow. All right. Okay, so on your test explorer, so click on that drop down so that will run the test. Hold on, young man. Do you know the reason why you are having that red?
Why? Because I have that invalid stuff on my feature, right?
Do you know what you're going to do? Go back to your feature. That might go back to your feature. So let's comment out those invalid. Line 15 to 21. Just comment them out. Control A. That is not how to comment to. I've explained to you how to comment out in your feature file. You have forgotten. Anyways, highlight it first. In your class, you used your forward slash, isn't it? Go back to highlight now. Then go back to where you need to comment out. What are you doing?
See where I need to comment out.
Do you know where you to do? So you don't know where to comment out. Okay, let me teach you. Before after your window, that at the top there, the second line. Good. Move towards you see something that looks like a paragraph. Keep moving towards your right hand side. Yes. No, the second one, that's to uncomment. The first one is to comment. Can you see comment out the selected line? So click on it.
Yes, I've seen it.
So
I should click on it.
Yes, now.
Oh, okay.
So that is to comment. You've commented out those ones.
Took out all the lines and put hash in front of them.
All right. So save all. Save all. Clean solution. Then you build solution. What do you notice? You can see that invalid login has disappeared.
That's disappeared, yes.
Yeah, because you have commented it out, so you are no longer making use of it. So where you have your valid login, yes. Then right click, so you run. Hold on. Before you run, you can see the bug there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So go on. So I will explain the meaning of that debug, but run your test first. So you are telling your driver to do what? To go into action. You're telling your Selenium web driver to go into action and carry out the test. So you can see that is your test runner working. So what's the next thing? It has opened the page. It has expanded it.
Test.
So what do you notice?
Tick. They are all ticked.
Yeah, they are not only ticked. That green is telling you that they have passed.
They passed the test.
Yes, go back to where you have your valid login again. That same valid login, right click. Scroll down to open test log. That is where to see your results.
Okay.
Open test log. Just click on it. Did you click on it? Look at it now. So that is your login. You can see that every test with automation have passed. Yeah. Look at your line 7. Done, isn't it?
Yes.
Line 9 is what? Done.
Done.
11 is what?
Done.
13.
Done. 15 done.
So our test has passed.
So that means what did we test now? The login feature. That's what we tested. That login page.
Is that when you run it? Is that not what happened? Is that not what happened?
Yeah, I just want to know what the test that we just did now.
That is what we did. So that you not look as film trick to somebody. Go back to your base test. Remember, immediately he ran the test. What did you notice? Open that base test, because everything there, if you could remember, we talk about your before and after scenario, isn't it?
Yes.
Immediately you click on your valid login, immediately you ran the test, something happened. You notice that the driver launches the Chrome, which was line 17. Immediately it opens it, you can see that it was a small window. Later on it became
it now expanded. Yes.
Now it expanded. So it ran that particular line 19. Later on, it maximized, which is line what? 20.
20.
20, is it 20 or 21? Thereafter,
21. Then after he did that implicit wait of 10 seconds.
that implicit wait, you guys should go and know the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait. What that means, that I've explained it there, that you are telling the Selenium driver, web driver, to wait for at least 10 seconds before performing anything. That means it should wait for 10 seconds. That means that what's it called? How will I describe this? That, okay, within that 10 seconds, wait, so that every of those web elements in that particular page must have been what? Present.
Yes.
Before you perform any test. So that means there's every tendency for you to, before even that 10 seconds, that the web element must have what? Been
Identified.
Be identified, or be present. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
Please know the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait. Then your after scenario, scroll down. This thing is covering it. Your after scenario, what did you, something happened after the whole test ran.
It closed.
The browser closed, exactly. Remember, I asked you guys to go know the difference between driver.close and driver.quit. Okay, let's run the test again. But what we are going to do this time around is that let's comment out line 32 and 33 so that the driver will not close the browser. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Aha. Then line 34. Save all. Don't forget to save all. All right. So go back to your valid login. If it has done, have you successfully built?
I should clean and build again.
Yeah, clean out. Yeah.
Do you always clean and build after every?
The reason why I'm doing that is that so that at least, because if you did not clean and build, it will retain the. How will I describe it? It's going to retain the last time it stopped building.
Okay.
Are you getting it now? So that you will not lose some. It will enable your what's it called, your code to also bind. That's the one important thing.
Okay.
Good. Run it again. You notice this?
Yes. It has stayed.
But it was very, very fast. You can see that it has passed. You can see that it did. So has it now closed the browser?
No, because you commented that.
Do you understand the whole
Yes.
scenario now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any questions so far? That is one thing about automation. Let's go back. You can minimize that. Another thing I would like to explain to you, that once you right click again, right click, that login, that debug. Yes, let me quickly explain that debug. That, for example, what do you mean by debugging?
Debug for me, I think it has to do about errors, about when there are errors or something.
When how will I describe
defects. Debugging has to do with defects, checking the code.
For example, probably after running this test, you discover that, oh, it's not passing. Maybe it failed. For you to find out the root cause, what do? You debug.
You debug.
So in debugging will now explain to you step after the steps, one after the other. So you will be able to identify that particular line of code where the test is what? Failing.
Failing.
Do you understand now?
Yes.
Let's and if you
let's try it now.
Okay, we will try it. I know you always like cheap things. If you are to debug, let's assume if you want to debug this particular test, go back to your feature file. Based on my explanation, I said one thing about debugging now is that it's like you checking the code one step by step, so that you'll be able to identify that particular line of code that is failing.
Yes.
Do you understand me now?
Yes.
And in doing that, we also use what we call breakpoints.
Okay.
The essence of using breakpoint is that you're like, okay, before you get to this point, I want to look what is really happening. Okay, let's example, put your breakpoint in line 11. Good. Click on it. That line 11, you are telling me that every test this thing is supposed to run. Let's say you get to line 11, it will stop. Are you getting it now? So,
yes.
Okay, go back to your valid login.
Should I save first?
Yeah, you can save. Good. Exactly. Okay. let's try to do something funny here. Go open your what's it called? Step definition. Your page object, page object, page object, page object. Let's try that in page object. Let me do something. Let me intentionally put something wrong there. Password as okay. Go to step definition. Let me do a step definition. Let me put something wrong. Let's do something wrong. Okay. In this particular line 31, let's intentionally make it wrong. Change that password 123 to let's do the one in line 35. In fact, yeah, no, the one in even line 33. Let's make it wrong. Let's remove the 123. The same thing, repeat the same thing to line 35 too. Remember, we want to try like more like a negative scenario, isn't it? We just, by the time, remember, there's no way how you run this test that it will not fail. Okay, let's go back to your feature file first before we even try debugging. Remove that by what's it called? That break. That breakpoint. So now remove it, then run this test.
So I have to save first.
Yeah, save. God bless you. Now run it again. Automatically, this test is supposed to fail. Hope you know that.
Yes, because of the things we have changed.
Because we have entirely wrong. Oh, we're supposed to even change it here too, but let's see. It's not supposed to even pass. Wait.
It's still passing.
No. Go back to your feature file. We're supposed to delete it in that feature file because you are passing. Yeah, remove that 1, 2, 3 here.
So why did it pass? Is it because of the PO there?
Wait, even the one, don't confuse. Even the one we have there supposed to. Anyway, the password is entering is the one we have in your feature file, not those ones that you have in your what's it called? In your step definition. So don't get yourself confused.
Okay.
So save. Remember, I said we are more or less like okay. So this is the particular string is passing, not those ones that we've written in your step definition. This is the exact one is so run it. It's supposed to fail.
Still passing.
Just hold on now. How is it passing? What happened? I hope you didn't tamper with this thing when it's running.
How can I tamper with it? I didn't tamper with it too.
So when you say it's not, go back to your Visual Studio. Let me see it because I don't think anything is happening in this.
Oh, you see, it's showing XX here.
It has even failed. So now you said it's passing. So how did it pass?
Because I saw it opening the. I thought
it
fails, it won't open. It won't open
place that. Hello, can you hear me? It seems the line is breaking.
Yes.
Remember, the only place we want it to fail is that line 11 because we intentionally put the wrong what's it called? Password. I don't think maybe you understand.
Yes, I do. I do now.
The real word or the real parameter is password 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
But intentionally run it so that it will fail.
Okay.
Are you getting it now? So that's why I said in this particular scenario, assuming you mistakenly instead of you putting password 1, 2, 3, you did not know, and you are like wondering why is this thing not passing. This is the extent of debugging.
Yes.
So you now put your breakpoint in line 11. I'm just trying to explain what's it called debugging to you, so that we know the root cause why this thing is not passing. So clean and build first.
I should say first.
If you like. Annette, are you there? The other room.
Where's everybody?
Ada, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Are you done with building?
Yes, it's done building.
Yeah, go back to your Test Explorer. Click on that. Click on that. Then right-click, debug. So let me explain what is going to happen in that debugging now. Don't click on anything. Oh.
No, I'm not.
Debugging is quite different from when you are running your test.
It's like it's a more heavy application, or it's a more heavy execution.
Okay, that is the driver doing its thing. It has launched. So you can, what do you notice?
It has under.
Wait. Remember that it has executed line 10. Go back to that last browser. Don't close it to the last browser. It's still it's still kind of automation. Go back to the last browser. Click on it. What do you notice? It has entered the student by itself.
Yes.
So we are isn't it?
Yes.
Remember I said debugging is that you want to be checking it one after the what?
The other.
Now it has, we say that, okay, the driver is not the problem. The web, let me say the website is not the problem, isn't it? Then the problem is not at the username, because the username is correct, isn't it?
Yes.
So you now go back to your Visual Studio. Yeah, you can minimize that. Don't cancel. You can see that debuggings where I ask you to put your breakpoint. You can see there's a yellow line highlighted in line 11. That is to tell you that is the next line that it has stopped. You put your breakpoint in there, so it has stopped. So in case I want to continue, then what I will now do is that where how will I describe, at the middle of that your page where you have that stop.
Yeah.
No. That area that I asked you to come and don't press it. Hope you have not clicked it.
No, I've not pressed it.
You can see it can tell you that stop debugging. I'm not asking you to stop debugging. Move to the front a little bit. Good. I'm going to give you the assignment. Not that one. There's this blue bar, all those three blue side here. What that one telling you step into, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next one is what?
Step over.
Step over. The other one is what?
Step out.
Okay, for those of you that play football, you know the meaning of leg over, isn't it? Yeah. That step into is telling you that it wants you to step into those codes.
Okay.
Step over means probably you want to step over certain steps.
Okay.
Step out means that, oh, you want to move out, or probably you must have stepped into those codes. Remember, if I want to execute, for example, my line 10, when I enter valid username, by the time I click on step into, it will take me through all the journey. It will take me from my future file to my to my step definition for that line 10. Then it will take me to my page object, to my locator. It will also take me to my test method. You know, it's like you checking in and out. You know that's the essence of debug. You are trying to find out where the problem is. What
is.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now let's continue. So let's click on the first one. So those three things are performing three different functions, but let's start with that first one.
Step into.
Yeah, just click on step into. So from that word step into, that if you go into the code, you click on it once. Where did it brought us to?
But also our step definitions.
Line what?
Line 34.
Remember, we are dealing with what? Password. So it's stepping into that place to check that, okay, is this place the problem? You're getting it now?
Yeah.
So that means they are taking us to line 34. Okay, as a test, I check. Is what I've written here the issue? Of the truth, there is no issue here, you understand? Because the parameters I'm passing as a string is the same thing.
Yes.
So that might not be. Then you step into again. Then it's taking me to the next line again. Like, is it line 35?
35.
You understand? What he's trying to tell me that so that I can check and see if these are those code. You understand? Then the interpretation, you look at the bottom. I don't know how I'm going to explain this thing. The bottom or the bottom of that where we used to have your error list and the output.
Yes.
You are just saying yes. You
I'm
see
looking at it now.
you can see something like underscore login page, password, this and some and the likes like that.
Underscore login page, password, and this.
So it's telling me that it's my password, the same thing as what is supposed to be there. Are you getting it now?
Okay.
So it's just trying to explain, as in going in depth into the code. I don't know how to explain this particular aspect for you guys, but this is simply what I can just explain so that you understand what debugging really means. It's going deep into the code to know where the issue and how to fix it. So click on your step into again. So remember, it has come to where? To the page object. Because that's why I use the word that journey. You'll be passing through those journey. So what's the journey again? Line 32. Then step into, it's doing this so that you'll be able to appreciate or find out as a tester what
the issue is.
The issue or the error or the bug is. Step into. And what we have at the bottom there is an explanation. So that is where you'll be able to know if what you've written is okay. For example, where you have your password is telling me that the locator have, the value of my locator, I'm using expert. It will be explaining different type of things to you. The driver is what? Okay, Chrome driver. Okay. The parameter I have as a PO is password. And automatically you and I knows that it's telling me that the parameters as a string is password, and you and I know that is the problem because it's not. It's supposed to be password what?
1, 2,
password 1, 2, 3. So you can see the way it's telling me that okay, this is the thing, this is the value.
Yes.
Even me myself, I'll be able to know that oh, this is where the problem is coming out from. That oh, but let me see what's the driver. The driver is okay. I'm using Chrome driver. Then the parameters, PO, password. Then you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we'll be explaining it for you one after the other. I don't know how I can go deep more than this. Then click on step into again. It's explaining that hard in the open and close bracket, isn't it? I'm less concerned about that. Click on it again. Oh, it's using fake internet.
Who, me?
Yes.
How am I using? I've clicked it now. Yes. Should I click it again?
Click it again. Click on it. Okay. Click on it again. You can see that it has went through all those journey for that particular line 11. Now it has come to where?
It has come back to the login, the feature, this, and then it has gone to line 12.
You can see how it passed through the journey of 11. So what you are trying to do is that to know where the problem is. So click on that one to let's see what's going to happen. Remember the one we have been doing, we've been clicking on step into, isn't it?
Yes.
So that is how you do it in that order. But
step definition, page objects, then back to login feature.
Then okay, what I'm going to do is I've just explained that step into, isn't it?
Yes.
So the next one is click on the what's it called? Step over. Step over will jump so many steps. It will take you from one feature to, let me say, from step of feature to another feature rather than going deep.
Okay, so if you're using the step over, that means are you moving in between features?
Yeah. So just click on it. Instead of going deep, it will not go deep. That's why I said for a lot of you that knows how to use leg over.
Okay.
Click on it.
That's come back to the feature.
Click. Hold on. Go and open that browser. I made a mistake. You're supposed to even open. Basically, you click on step over. You're supposed to check. Open that last browser. Is that the last one?
Yes.
Close the first three.
Or do you want to see the first three?
Yeah. Remember the one we have there as students? I don't know. Maybe it has deleted. Close all those browsers. Close all those browsers to avoid confusion. Okay, you can stop the debugging here. So let's do it again. Okay, in this, I will stop it. So let's go back to your
Yes.
feature file. So put your debugging line 10. Your what's it called, breakpoint in line 10. Delete one of line 11. All right, so clean and build, then we'll go into debug.
Save first.
Click on that drop down again. All right. Right click, debug. So watch. All right, it has stopped at that particular breakpoint, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, so open your open that browser. I think it should be the second one. Okay, now it has not entered the username, isn't it? Now go back to your Visual Studio. Don't cancel the browser.
No, I didn't
Wait.
cancel it.
Or else step over. Step over and wait and let it perform. You can see that it has gotten to line 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, now go back to your browser again. Check what is happening. That same last browser.
Students.
What do you notice?
Student under the username field.
Exactly. Remember the first one, did not enter anything. Immediately you click on the step over. So
Yes.
that means that instead of you going deep into that code, what did he do? He moved to the line 1 by executing the previous line.
Previous line.
Okay, now step over again. I hope you understand the difference between the first one, step into and
Yes.
step over.
Hmm.
Okay, step over again. Just click it once. Have you done that?
Yes, I've clicked it again.
All right. Okay. How many times did you click it?
Twice.
Why did you click it twice? I'm
But
doing
I
it one
clicked the
after.
first time. Now you say I should click again. I as a good student, I obeyed. I clicked.
Go back to it. You should understand that I'm trying to explain to you every execution one after the other. Let's see. It because scroll up. I believe it's going to show some error. You can see what is it telling you.
Password is invalid.
Exactly. And of the truth, is it invalid or not invalid?
It's invalid.
So that is the excess of what?
Debugging.
So it's telling you that there's something wrong with the what? The password. So let's put the normal thing there. Revert back to your what's it called? You can stop the what's it called? The debugging process.
I should remove my this in here.
Definitely. Then your password will put the 1, 2, 3 back. The real character, or let me say, yes, that we are interested in is those ones in quote in the feature file, not those ones in your page object and in your step definition. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes. Save, clean and build.
Yeah. Then you either run it so as to appreciate. So let's run it again and see if it's going to pass.
Just cleaning and building.
Okay. If you have question, why is cleaning and building? Ask your question. Larry, ask your question. Ada, ask your question. Noah, ask your question. Annette, ask your question. Ask your question. Any questions so far?
No driver.
Wow. So your automation has passed.
Hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this particular section for tonight. Any question? Okay, in the absence of none, let me give you guys an assignment, which I believe, Noah, you've started. So the assignment is just very simple. Create another scenario, just like you have in your line 15 to 20 for invalid login. So remember, what you need to do here is just very simple. Let me just highlight it to you. When you want, now that you have written your future file, you want to generate your step definition, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, remember your step definition must change from purple to white. So after you've generated your step definition, by the time you go back to that login, your step definition, some step must have been. Another way you can do it is that if you want to generate your step definition, you must just make it known to you that, oh, it has been generated before, or the particular line of code. Remember, there was a time I explained to you how to generate step definition for one line of code, one after the other. So
Yes.
you can, so that's what you are going to do here. So you do it one after the other for those one that has not been generated. Thereafter, the same way we've just, then you go to your, what's it called? Your page object. You also do the same thing for the first two things you do in your page object. Then that's using the by locators, which I believe is still the same thing. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
And the next thing you're going to do is how to write your test method for your invalid, and user enters invalid username as. You understand? Public void, user enter invalid password as. You understand? Where you now do the driver.find element, which is very simple. Then from there, you generate your step definition. Then you call in there's no point you doing those driver. The only thing you just need to do is just to call in your page object into step definition. Then you do the negative assertion. That is all. Try that. Then on Friday, if you are having any issue, then we look at it and resolve that. Ask your question.
So now, like as this one that we have done now,
Okay.
where you can see, I just want to use my cursor to my mouse to explain so I can understand. Now you see we have our login feature here, and then we have our scenario here. So if we want to now do for the negative scenario, that's the invalid login.
Okay.
We're going to have separate step definitions and
No. Let me use like continuation. It's like uncomment those line 15 to 21. So that what I'm explaining to you, you understand it.
Oh.
The second one. Again. That's all. Now, look at that line 17. There's no point repeating that line 17 has binded, isn't it?
Yes.
It's telling you that there's no point generating another step definition for line 17.
Okay.
Your line 16, you are making a mistake there because that same line 9, we don't need to write anything there. But you know the reason why it is now giving you that green, that color sign?
No.
There's a difference between what that is why as a tester you must open your eyes like an eagle. Look at your login. That L in line 16 is uppercase, but the way you've written it in line 9, don't forget, because that code, that line 9 is like code duplication, isn't it?
Yes.
Even your page 2, you put it as uppercase instead of lowercase.
Yes. Oh, I was wondering why it was that since.
Can you see the beauty now? I think the only difference that you're supposed to write here should be in your line. Fine. Okay, this is invalid. Okay, you want that the password to be invalid, isn't it?
Yes. So
That's why
I put 125.
Okay, 125, and you also use a lowercase, isn't it, for your P?
Yes.
Good. Then, and I click the submit button, supposed to be the same thing. That is another code. That is what we call, you are not supposed to keep on, that is what we call code duplication, because your submit button remains the same.
Okay.
So if I were you, the same way you've written your line 12 is supposed to be the same way you write your line 19. So that's what we call code duplication. I put it that way. instead of me writing another code for submit button twice and generating another step, then why not use the same line of code? So if I were you, I will copy it the way I have it in line 12 and paste it in line 19. I'm more or less giving you expo of what to do now.
It's a part of teaching.
Yeah, sure. Then I should get an error message. Fine, definitely line 13 and 20 are not the same thing, because the line 13 is successful while that of line 20 is giving you an error message.
Yes.
I think so. From what you are saying so far, how many step definition are you supposed to generate now?
2.
Good. So that means you just, if it's something you can practice, just okay, I'll not do the last one for you. Just practice line 18. Exactly. So you copy, you can see, hold on, your hand is too fast. That is method 1. So let's try the other method I explained to you guys if it's going to do the same thing too.
Okay.
Cancel that. Don't be scared. I've forgotten you are the man that used to be scared each time I'm taking this thing.
I don't want anything to scatter here.
Okay, right click again.
Okay. Where's the phone?
Define step. You can see that it has brought those two, isn't it? Don't click on create. What you would do is that you click on copy to
clipboard,
because that crate has already been created before.
Okay. So it doesn't duplicate.
Because if you go and put that crate, so 2 things might happen. It can either override, and that's another wahala. I will not answer you to that one. No. But the only thing you can do there is that you can copy to clipboard. Means that just like the normal copy, then you now go back to your step definition. All right.
Look for the. I know.
Wait. Don't look for anything. The only thing I can just, in order not to cause confusion, is that put your mouse in at the end of line 49. So you assume everything you have from number 1 to 49 is dealing with the valid. Click enter to avoid confusion. Click enter again, then paste it there. I think that's the best way to do. So you know that what you are working on is line 54 and 60. Is that not?
Yes.
So the only thing you do is that you cancel line 54. You remember the way we did our underscore login. That's the same thing you are going to do. So delete line 54 and 60. And line 60. Don't forget, your line 60 is where you have your assertion, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. So you generated that. But before you continue here, you must do certain things. You must still go back to your page object. So in your page object, remember, how many what exactly are you supposed you are working on? So go back to your future file. So you have understanding. Good of you. Go back to your future file. That means, and I enter invalid
login. And I enter. Given I'm on the login page, and I enter.
Wait. Line 16, you already have it.
Yes.
Line 17, you already have it as part of your valid scenario, isn't it?
Yes.
You only did the only 2 things or 2 line of codes, or let me use the code that you write is for
18
and 21. Mind you, you've just generated your step definition, isn't it?
Yes.
So what are you supposed to do? You can see that it is still purple. And it's supposed to be what?
White.
So what's the solution now?
Clean and build.
Save all, clean and build. Welcome back, Mr. Larry. You know, you have been away with your discussion.
I was muted.
You did not mute yourself. I only asked them to mute you because your discussion was disturbing us. Do you understand the beauty now?
Yeah.
All right. So you now know that, okay, at the back of your mind, you are dealing with line 18 and 20, which means that you have to anyway, that shouldn't be an issue. Line 18 shouldn't be an issue because that same feed where you have where you need to inspect for your, what's it called?
For my password.
For your for either value, it's still the same feed.
Yes.
That means I can still make use of that same code. Go back to your
page objects.
Page object, so that what I'm saying is not be film trick to you. that same password, that same line 20 is still the same thing. Are you
Yes.
getting it now?
Yes.
But the only difference is that my method you might just be the only. So let me just teach you what to do here. Scroll down. Scroll down, 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 down. Remember, so let's write what's it called? A method for what? Wrong password, isn't it? We are public. Public. How do you write your method? Let me see if you can still remember. Ada, how do you write our method? Why is this string? Are you doing assertion? Look at this man. I did not teach you this method. I've told you, know the difference between constructor and method. So if you have to write your method, how do you write your method? This man, not waste our time. Put void. Remember, before we got to that issue of writing string in line 42, it was void.
Yeah.
Space. So what do you write?
What are we doing?
Don't ask me now.
Right.
Anybody.
Invalid password.
Good of you. Don't just write invalid password like that too. Write a sentence. Remember, I once explained this thing to you. Write user enters invalid password. This thing will enable you to understand this thing better. Or I enter invalid password, how you like it. You are the one creating that method yourself. Hey. User enters invalid password. Anyway. All right. So what do you do next? Open and close bracket, please. This thing is very simple. I'm not supposed to be teaching you. Check the previous example and do. Don't worry, copy previous method. Copy. You can copy and see if what you are doing is right or wrong. Don't go anywhere. What you're supposed to do is to scroll up. Yeah, that's why I said look at other method and see if what you are doing is correct or wrong. Look at your this man. Look at your line 31 and see if what you are doing is right or wrong.
Where's your curly braces?
Yeah.
Curly braces. Undo that string P or something and put curly braces.
I should do what?
Your curly braces.
Yeah, it's
not that. Put curly braces. Remove that semicolon.
See.
No.
Sorry, Jerry.
Check your keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clap for yourself. So what do you do now? If I were you, I'll go back to my step definition and fulfill that righteousness there. For that particular user enter. So what do you do? This is what we started today. Line 54.
54 or 54, okay.
Is that not what you're supposed to do? Is that not what you want to do?
Yeah.
So continue. I will not say anything. Continue. This is what we started today. What you're supposed to do is what we started today.
Go back.
I know. I'm looking at something.
Underscore login page dot.
Hey,
Oh.
this man.
Step definition. That's where you are going to do that. Look at what you have in line 47. Do you get?
47. But we're trying to write for invalid now. So are we going to copy the same thing there?
This man. How did I explain this thing to you?
That's why I'm asking now. If I knew, I would not have asked.
Remember the last time
Your user enter invalid password there.
I said you go back to your page object and understand the method. Remember I told you, I was emphasizing on it, that you must know what you've written in your method, which is user enters invalid password. Copy it and you either paste it. That drop down is just giving you a clue. It's like giving you a shortcut that, look, I know what you want to do. I am here. That is what is explaining to you. Line 47, copy that method that you've written. Look at, that is why I explained those three things. That what do you do? That you do what? If you remember the last thing, what was it called thing I said you create, what's it called? You call your page object test method. What is your page object test method? That is your line 47. Is that not on that page object?
Yeah.
And it's not, is this not a method?
It is.
A method. So, and I said you call it, or let me use that simple English, write your page object test method into step definition. That means user enters invalid password. Where do you put it? Inside your step definition. So that's why I said you guys should get your notes so that you understand this thing. That's why I'm using those simple English to explain it. So you put it into, is it not your step definition? Now you are typing. What I'm saying now, you don't even appreciate me that, okay, you are right, you are right. So what am I supposed to do again? You already have the answer with you. To be honest, if you follow the way I've explained this thing, you will not have any issue with automation. But that's why I'm able to use those simple English to, instead of going more technical, that will get you confused. Anyway, you want me to wait and do all this invalid, stylishly do this invalid one of you?
No, not really.
That what is left? It's only left one line. Let's see.
I will do the last one by myself.
Do it now so that we know that I'll call it a day. And let me think of an assignment I can give you guys.
But you're already giving us assignment now.
After you have finished it.
I've not finished it though.
It remains just the last one. It remains
because
like
even this things I'm doing now, I still have to go and sit down and look at it again. Because it's easy. Some people I'm the one imputing these things. Some people are writing. and watching and learning faster than I'm doing.
We are like you. We are
No,
going
you cannot be like me.
We are like
Observe it
you.
and observe me. I'm just enter. I have to go and sit down again and watch this video.
I'm telling you, you are not better than Abi.
No,
You are not
I did
better
say
than
I'm did say I'm better. I say that for me to assimilate better, I have to go and watch it and understand it.
Noah,
we are on the same level.
continue. Let's do this last one so that you guys will understand. So nobody will come back and like, I don't understand anything again. But yet, remember on Friday that we are going to meet. I'm still going to ask if there's any problem before we can look at probably what next to do.
Yes.
I have method of teaching because Friday is going to determine if we are going to proceed on certain things or not. It's not about do video. In the long run, some people might not even do anything. All right, continue. You have not stopped. So, what's the next thing?
Error message.
So,
Yeah,
how do you go about that? So you and Larry should solve that one yourself.
Okay, Larry, carry on.
Let me just keep quiet and look.
Keep quiet. Larry,
I've reached dead end.
no, you cannot read that end though.
This thing is very simple now.
Wait.
That means you still go back. You are still in your page object, isn't it? So what do you need to do?
I'm my page object now.
So what do you do? Open your notebook and look at what those 4 things I said you need to do in your page object. You've execute the first 2. So what you need to do is to do the last 2. Remember I said in page object you perform 4 tasks. The first 2 has been done. So
declare an object using appropriate.
So why not?
Data.
So that's what you needed to do. You can see the SS for me.
You need to go up inside your.
You can see the reason why I've been preaching that gospel like John the Baptist.
There you have a private.
See, if you did not have notebook, I'm sorry, you might not understand most of these things.
That's what I was just trying to say now, Shegun. Me, I'm just imputing. I'm not writing much on the notes. So
okay, don't worry, sir. Go and watch the video and be jotting.
That's what I'm really doing actually.
Okay.
I have to watch it and jot it down. So, Larry, carry on. You are the one with the notes.
Copy that one down and then private by. Then you need to get the object.
Private by only. You are not typing. You are just asking to type line 23. This man, he wants to do shortcut. He said you should type private by. Hey.
I'm done.
I've not heard from.
Then the object. What's the object?
I guess we have a visitor here.
Who's visiting?
Dennis.
Object. You need to give it
Story by.
What's the object name you want to give to it?
Where is it going to?
I'm here now. I'm not going to anywhere.
So what is the object you want? The name of the object for the line 20?
Put invalid password now.
Do you understand why you are typing that invalid password? Why are you putting invalid password?
Because that's the assertion I want to get.
Go back to your future file if you are correct.
Error message.
True. So what does error message have to do with invalid password?
Successful login. So
And put error message there.
Larry, you ginger him, or he's always scared of typing. So
We are together.
Yeah, Larry.
Equals to now.
excuse me, guys. 3 seconds.
Then we need to get the locator. We need to get the locator.
Yeah, that means we need to go to the distance now.
To the
Where is it now?
you need to right click on it on this thing.
On which of them?
Actually, we have the locator already in that.
No, you need to right click, then do Control F.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
We're trying to get the locator.
Or the password field.
Or the password field.
But we have it on the.
Have you forgotten? Wait, why are you doing it on this particular environment? Now, let me explain. You guys are making a mistake. Go back to that browser. That browser you opened is for what? That is the one generated from your test. So you don't do such a thing here.
Oh, sorry.
You can see that it's saying that Chrome is being controlled. This one is the browser being launched by your Selenium for the test.
Okay.
So you go and open the normal fresh browser, or you use your incognito. You can. You guys are saying something. You want to inspect? Why are you inspecting the password? Have you not done this one before?
That's what I just told you. When go back to Visual Studio.
Wait.
Line 20.
Wait. I don't know. You guys are just confused. Let me just help you guys out. When you have when you check your, what's it called? Go back to your official file. Don't get confused. Remember, I told you your line 16 is the same thing as your line 1. There's no point duplicating or creating a step definition, isn't it? Remember, in this particular feature file, we only generated how many step definitions? Just 2.
Just 2.
That was the one for invalid password and for the error. That shows that every other one are the same. That means we don't need to duplicate code again. Are you getting? That is the advantage of most of all this automation line. So that means what we are concentrating is just 2 things. We've done one, the invalid password. Remember, even that of the invalid password, we did not even do any inspection for any password because it is still the same password feed. It's still the same feed.
Yes.
The only thing I always say we should do is just to write your test method so that we'll be able to use that test method in our page update because you have created a step definition for the invalid password, isn't it?
Yes.
So we can only create a test method. But yet, I'm talking about your, what's it called? Your page update. Go back to your page so that I explain that line 18 to you. The only thing you can only tell me, I can only explain to you is that your line 31 that says enter valid password. Then when you go to the last one,
the last one.
Slow down, rather, you should understand. Good. The other one is what? User enters invalid word password. When you look at that object, the password remains password. This password you have in your line 49 is not telling me that either it is valid or invalid. It's just password, which is the field. Don't forget that same field is where you enter both original password and fake password. The field remain the same.
Okay.
So where you have your line 98, where you've written that what's it called, object as password, you are telling me that word password can represent valid and invalid word password.
Password.
That is line 20. That means it's still the same feed.
Okay.
Your line 19, where you have your username, that particular feed, if you go to the test environment, open your browser. What you are trying to tell me is that, open it, don't be scared, that where you have your student, that same feed is still the same thing, that you can enter both the valid and invalid what?
Password.
Parameter. So those feeds remain the same thing.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
What I expected you guys to do is that go back to your Visual Studio, which is very simple, is that now your line 20, you said error message. And how do you get your error message? Is it not when you enter wrong password, password, that you're able to get your error message?
Yes.
And it is that same message that you carry out that inspect. Remember last week when we did out of login successfully, what did we inspect? We inspected that login successfully word. So for your error message, what you're supposed to inspect?
The text.
Go back.
So go back to your test environment now.
Input.
So that means you input the wrong password now.
Wrong password and click submit.
So what I'm supposed to, so this is what you're supposed to
click on
do.
this one now.
You can see its hand is fast now.
Hey, my hand should be fast though.
Okay, now yeah, right click.
So let me keep quiet from here again.
You want us to go to expert straight away? We can't use this one.
We can't use this one now.
Why?
It's 6 matches now.
Matches.
Look at them teaching me now. Okay. You can just use that ID. What about that class? I can see class.
Try class, let's see.
Which is show.
Show.
6 matches still.
No, it's not. It's not. You've not pasted it too. You've not pasted it too.
I've not pasted it.
And now it's still showing error now. Error is what you have in control for.
Sorry, Jerry. Which one did you say I should do now?
Show, copy.
Okay.
Copy the element of that locator class and paste Control
No,
F.
not there.
Hey. Nah.
To too many people.
Control F. And Control V.
Control F.
Hey, you did this thing last week, oh.
And now I wanted to do it now.
Copy.
Control C.
Come to where you see find by string. Paste.
One of two.
You can't use it. Let's go back.
The fact that it's showing one of two does not mean that you cannot use it. That is what we call, so there's something we call customization. How you can customize your SPAR, CSS, and other locators, but we are not doing that now. But continue to the method that I've explained to you. Continue and use either CSS or SPAR.
No.
Yeah, you can try that. It's not the time you'll be using SPAR. Try that. Let's see. Clean that show now. Oh, you cannot use that.
It's true. One of two. Let's go back to expert. You need to right click again.
Annette, do you have question?
Right click.
This lady has disappeared.
No.
Ada.
Right click on that.
Ada, where are you? Is she here?
Yeah, I just came back.
Larry, right click on what?
Right
I
click
was
on
kicked
that.
out. I had to use my phone.
Huh?
Just right click on that. I like that blue color.
Wait, Ada, don't confuse me. Are you the same person using Dennis, or am I right?
Leave it on.
I'm not Dennis. Dennis is different.
Now.
How come
right click
the Dennis log out and you came when I was asking after you?
No, I was
Control.
logged out. I don't know why. So I have to come back with my phone.
Control F.
Nah, don't get me. It was when I was singing Ada Ada that you now step in.
No, I know I wasn't here then. I wasn't here then. I just came back now.
So how come that when I was singing that song that you stepped in?
I didn't even hear the song.
Let's go back.
Those they had my song. When I was singing
I
Ada
didn't hear
Ada,
the song.
I was singing this guy's song.
Private error message.
Dot expert. Go down.
Don't mind this man. This thing that we did last week, he did not watch the video. Is it last week? No. It was on Friday.
One close bracket. Quote. No. Undo.
He didn't watch the video.
Quote. Double quote. Yeah, paste.
I know.
Now, that slash and that quote, remove it and use single quotes. Replace it with single quotes.
But this man's supposed to know because I told him last week.
There's nothing wrong in him telling me now.
No. Remove the slash, the backward slash. Take it off. No.
And the information is plenty.
Yeah.
One now.
Single quote.
That is what I'm doing. Calm down.
If taking that one off, put it back. No. We have to redo this thing.
If he has done it on that page, you will not be facing this problem.
You know what?
That's why I said he has not watched that video again. Just delete that expert again. Delete the expert.
Delete. Don't delete. Let's go back to the AUT. Just leave it like that. We need to.
Remember, if once
no. That's not it.
Yeah?
We need to start all over again. Username, the invalid password.
Is it not it? This is it.
That's not it.
What is it again? Is it not to remove the double quote to single quote?
Look at that, your expert. Are you doing the right thing?
This is the username now. Are we doing the username? We are doing error.
Okay.
Go back to your username and password and insert that thing. The wrong start from the beginning.
No. Insert student, the username. Wrong password.
Yes, then Dennis, you are back again.
Okay.
So Ada, you can see the Dennis I'm talking about.
Okay.
Expert.
But the fellow refused to talk.
Control F. No. Control F, control find. Control F.
I know what to do.
Paste. That double quote. Now, replace it with single quote. Yeah. Same thing there. Copy.
Annette, are you with us? Or you are in the other room?
Yeah. It didn't do the undo, control undo. Or undo, control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Okay. In between that opening brackets, the fourth bracket, insert double quotes.
Which open bracket? This one?
No. You know, after expert.
Yeah.
There. No. Yeah.
Yeah. I should put what?
Move a step forward. No. I didn't say push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quote. Double
Oh, okay. Double quote or one quote?
One quote, sorry. One quote.
There's no way you. There's
It's
no
coming out
way
as double.
you listen. There's no way you can put.
Okay. Then
What you need to
I
do.
like.
We should go back to this thing and put in
I
the.
like that
Noah.
expert and cut it and paste it inside the double quote.
Six
Do you get?
shot.
Do you get?
This expert, yeah?
No. The one we copy from the AUT.
And now you say you go to AUT now. I should go to AUT.
Don't go back to
I
it.
liked it.
I like those ones in green. For
In
starting
green.
from that forward slash to the
No. Go back.
Chikaba.
No.
Not
Go to
the
visual.
go back to that Visual Studio.
Yeah, I'm here.
I like the one in green.
In your line 23, those ones in green.
From the double, exactly. You've already copied the bracket.
Just cut it first.
You've already cut. There will be an error.
You know what?
No.
Excluding the last bracket.
Yeah.
Cut. Control X.
So in between quotes, paste.
Okay.
You know, semicolon. We want trophy now. Yeah, copy your object. Error message and go and insert it into.
Hey, don't do any film trick here. After this particular step, what's the next step? Check your notebook. Then you do the next step.
Then we need to write out the test method to perform the action.
So how do you do that?
Go to the next, go down. Yeah. After the create it after, no, there, yeah. Next line. Then public void, whatever. Then give it a sentence.
What's the sentence?
User.
Is it not error message we're trying to?
Error message.
Huh?
Error message.
See the object. Error message.
Error message is displayed or something. Altogether is displayed. Okay. Together. Displayed, yeah.
Don't use that word displayed. Yes, I understand. So that you avoid confusion subsequently.
Okay.
You can say error message text is same. Let me use that word. Because when you say, it's not maybe it is wrong using that display, because if you get to a stage where you will be probably where you have an image displayed, your return type will not be a text. It will not be a string rather. So it will not be dot display, because if you have it there, somebody like 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 will make that mistake and be finding dot display.
So open your open and close bracket. Curly braces. Yeah. So driver
All right.
Don't find the element. Open and close bracket. Then you go and copy your object up. Error message. Come down. Get, sorry, dot text or something. Remove that semicolon. Dot text. Yeah. Colon. Semicolon.
It's crying now.
Go back at the back of that driver, put return.
At the back of the driver.
Beginning, sorry. In front, I'll be at the back of space. Then void, change it to string. Change it to string. Then come back, semicolon. Yeah. Don't worry. Well, it's me and you that will take the rest of the class on Friday.
God.
Now that you are done with your what's it called page object, so what do you do? I don't waste my time. You go back to your step definition. And what do you do your step before you go to your step definition? What do you do your step definition? The last part of it.
Call page object module into step definition.
Okay. Page object test method into your step definition, which is very simple. Line 54 is what I expect you to do.
Underscore.
In fact, what I expected you to do is in line 47. Remember, it's your assertion, isn't it? I did not ask you to copy everything. You know, that is just like an expo, an int.
Just the underscore login page. Not there. in between the curly braces. That up. Okay. Dot. Let's see. Can we see our error message? Go down. That's it. Yeah. Open and close bracket. Dot contains no. Dot.
Oh, okay. This is what we're doing. I'm looking at something else. Sorry.
Dot contains open and close bracket. What's the error message? We need to go back to the AUT. Your
password is invalid.
Yeah, we need to copy that one and insert it. We need to save it. Your semicolon.
Why is it shouting?
Your semicolon. You are closing it. Oh.
I'm not closing.
You've already turned it to the single word now. Separate. Semicolon.
They still cry.
We've made a mistake. Inside the opening and closing bracket, there should be double quotes. This error should be inside the double quote. Yeah. No.
Wait, now relax.
My eyes are closing.
I want to put it inside.
Yeah. Save. Yeah.
Jagun. We try.
Guys.
Did we try?
Save, clean, and build. I will not answer that question.
You have to answer that question.
Yeah, to answer that question, you guys did not try it. It's very obvious that you did not check or watch the last video. Very, very obvious and evidence. Anyways, automation.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Expected. That's a C.
I have just explained this thing to you today.
Go to line 23.
Of where?
Of login. I think it should be in a feature file, or is it feature file or page? Go to your page object mode. Page object.
Done it already.
Don't mind him because he has corrected. He did not say anything while you are still busy talking about page object login module. He has corrected the error.
Okay, has corrected.
Don't mind him. Immediately went to the login page. You saw the error there. That is the only thing he remember.
This automation, it will enter the head. It must enter this head.
It will.
To be honest, it's interesting, but very important. I keep up.
What did I do?
Jesus Christ.
Have you saved?
Who has you to get?
It's mistake now. What did I do? What should I do now?
How sweet.
Hey,
yes, now press that one. You have no choice. Close it. Close it to. Remember, I used to tell you that you're always scared of pressing. Do you know what you did?
What did I do?
Instead of you to click on save or you click on git.
Yes, that was what the mistake I made. So can I close? Can I save it now and clean and build?
Yes, okay.
Past 12, I close.
Okay, I know you are looking at the time after you've solved it. So you're now looking at time. When you are busy inspecting, do not look at the time. Something has happened now. Okay.
Nothing has happened.
Yeah, this is a good way. Something happened, but when you clean, there's an error message that popped up.
Yes, I saw it.
So what was the error you're talking about before you quickly went to build?
I didn't investigate it. I just said, let me build and see whether the error.
Anyway, just run your invalid and see, let's go. I know that it will still come back one day. And I want you to solve it yourself. So you can run your invalid. And in case you want to run the two tests at the same times.
Yeah.
Then that shows you're going to click on the first one before you get to your invalid and invalid.
Okay.
Let's see what's going to happen. If it's going to pass, if what you and your colleague has done is correct or not. Go to your Visual Studio now. Why are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I thought you were still looking at the thing. It has passed now.
Yeah. So how do I know that it has passed?
I'm going to show you now. Done.
So no assignment again, right?
No, let's go and watch this video.
All right, you can stop the recording. Hada, do you have any question? Annette, I've not heard your voice since. Do you have any question? I don't know, maybe you are sleeping. I did not